Greetings once again, all you shinobi. Duuz-Diz-Din back again with more Naruto. Konoha's story, the Uchiha and the Heavenly Stardust. Previously, Sasuke and Sakura managed to find the area where the star fell to Earth, as well as decoding the hand signs needed to uncover what should be the cure to Naruto's disease that the Sage's Six Paths also had. But Sasuke was still curious about Zansul's plot, which would essentially supply resurrected dinosaurs to a war effort. Essentially the plot of pretty much most Jurassic Park movies. Because people always seem to want to use dinosaurs for military use. Getting Dino Crisis all up in here. And Sasuke realizes a little too late that Zansul has essentially been using Edo Tensei to resurrect long-deceased dinosaurs, using fossils as well as the bodies of chicken to do so. So what will Sasuke do? The mission is essentially over, but will he leave Zansul unchecked? Join me as I find out, won't you? We see several pterodactyls, are they still called pterodactyls? It gets harder and harder to tell after a while. Also, this is another chapter with a part 1 and I guess a part 2. Why? Why are we doing that? Did that increase how often these things get released or what? Regardless, you see pterodactyls soaring into the night sky, with Sasuke saying he's revived the ancient dragons with Edo Tensei. Sakura looks on, stunned, and Sasuke tells her, "We have to get back to the observatory, Sakura." She says, "Right," and they go dashing off into the night. However, as they make their way back, Sasuke realizes something and goes heading off into another direction. When Sakura calls out to him, he yells back, "Sakura, you head back and hunt down Zansul. I'll pursue these winged dragons," I guess to try to stop them from reaching their objective. She gives a nod and moves on, but then Sasuke is suddenly stalked by one pterodactyl in particular that blocks his way, and off of its back, a figure jumps down saying, "I was wondering where you'd scurried off to." Sasuke is taken off guard as Zansul stands before him. Sasuke says, "It was you who revived the dragons. But for what purpose?" Zansul says, "Why in the world would I tell you?" I know that's right. I have something to ask you." Sasuke says, "You won't answer my question, yet you demand answers from me?" Zansul says, "You fail to understand the position I hold as a man of authority in this nation." Sasuke says, "Edo Tensei is a forbidden jutsu. If you presume to represent the state, then your whole country will be to blame for this." Oh, you're doing some highly illegal stuff over here. Huh. Zansul questions Edo Tensei. He then gives a smile, saying, is that what they call it in your homeland?" Sasuke realizes he's using a different jutsu? Is he? That's the easiest explanation for what he's doing. If he's not using Edo Tensei, then what is he using? Suddenly there's a massive dadum? I guess, for lack of a better word, I'm not really sure what's going on over there. Maybe Sakura used her immense strength of punch down one of the walls or something. Sasuke's shocked by this sound, and he thinks to himself, "Please make it there safely, Sakura." He then says to Zansul, "I take it you're planning to use the revived dragons as biological weapons, all to back the Prime Minister's plot?" Zansul says, "Aren't you the quick learner? The fact that you know that much tells me that you people have allies in Nagara village." I'm not really sure we've ever heard of that. I don't know why they showed a picture of Kakashi. Does he have some connection to Nagare village? Weird. Sasuke says, "So what if we do?" Zansul says, "That's cause to rejoice. What a wonderful chance to eliminate the entire cabal who would defy the Prime Minister." Sasuke says, "Is slaughtering everyone here also part of his grand scheme?" Oh, Zansul says, "Oh, do you take issue with that?" Oh, see, now it's officially a situation where Sasuke has to step in. Not only is apparently an ally of the Leaf Village with ties to Kakashi about to be in trouble, he is about to just up and kill a whole bunch of people. They're like, yes, they may be prisoners, but you can't just mass execute people like that. Zansul says, "Naturally, the people here are fated to die. These are law-breaking criminals living under the sun on borrowed time. I almost hate to feed such filthy scum to my precious, majestic beast. But alas, we can't have witnesses. I should hold political power. I'm the brains behind our government, while your fellow thugs are nothing more than replaceable labor. If not for the Prime Minister's plan, who would take care of the garbage here? Zansel says with obvious anger in his eyes and hatred. Jeez. Sasuke thinks to himself, he's deeply loyal to the Prime Minister. I doubt that I could persuade him to talk, even with more painful methods. Maybe there's another way. Sasuke activates his Sharingan, but then nothing. Sasuke thinks to himself, how could this be? Based on the amount of chakra in him, he's no shinobi at all. Yeah, so who's doing this? Did he resurrect all of these dinosaurs through just science? I mean, how is he doing it so fast is the question. Zansel then says, what's wrong now? You've gone pale. Sasuke thinks to himself, if that's the case, who's reviving the dragon? Zansel then leaps on the pterodactyl and goes flying off. Sasuke thinks, should I let him go? But he suddenly realizes something's behind him, and he just barely manages to dodge out of the way as the sleeve where his missing arm is ripped off by Meno, much to Sasuke's surprise as he leaps away from Meno. Zansel then says from the air, he's all yours, Meno. Eliminate him. Sasuke thinks to himself as Zansel flies off. Was he just keeping me busy long enough for Meno to get here? Sasuke then realizes there's no tag embedded in its head, so this isn't quite the same as Edo Tensei. Maybe I can take control of the jutsu by force. He then says, Meno, don't move, okay? Keep calm, listen to my voice, but Meno doesn't listen and goes rushing at Sasuke. Sasuke pulls a scroll out of his sleeve and summons his sword. And as Meno goes in for the bite, Sasuke uses his sheathed sword to hold open Meno's jaw. Sasuke then realizes on his stomach that Meno, has the burn from the oiled lamp from a few chapters ago. See, that's weird because Meno didn't have the injury from the sword strike Sasuke gave, but he has the burn. So Sasuke realizes that's the burn from the oil lamp. He then summons a clone, telling Meno, relax now, I'm not gonna hurt you. The clone reaches for Meno's injury, and then, uses something on the injury. And as Meno jumps back, we see that Sasuke froze over the burn injury? Sasuke then tells Meno, it's just ice, okay? As he dissipates his clone. He tells Meno, just wind style to super cool some mist produced by water style. That should cool down your burn. Meno then just goes in on Sasuke. Sasuke drops his sword and lets Meno bite into his arm. Sasuke tells Meno, you have every right to be furious. After being rudely awoken from your peaceful eternal slumber, wouldn't you prefer to return to the hereafter? I could do that for you. But to make it happen, I'm going to need your help. Meno seems to ease off a bit on biting Sasuke's arm. Sasuke then uses his Sharingan and then reaches down Meno's throat, grabbing his tongue. Sasuke thinking to himself, this will work. I'll pump some chakra straight into its mucous membrane. Meno then starts to struggle and then suddenly goes limp. Sasuke thinks to himself, did I successfully overwrite the genjutsu? Wait, so Meno was already under a genjutsu? Is that how they were being controlled? As Sasuke pulls his hand from Meno's mouth, Meno slumps to the ground. He then calls out to Meno, and Meno rises and seemingly goes in for another attack on Sasuke, but, almost like a dog. It's like trying to hug Sasuke, much to Sasuke's surprise, and then goes to lick Sasuke's wound, wagging its tail. Did Sasuke just get a pet dinosaur? We then see a massive commotion in the prison. Maybe that's what Sasuke heard before. I thought it was Sakura maybe bashing down the walls of the prison, but no, it was the dinosaurs being unleashed. We see several prisoners running from Spinosauruses as the prisoners yells, keep running, whoa, wow, what are those things? And what hell did they crawl out of? Man, Jurassic World has gotten weird. Why does Chris Pratt look that way? It's like, Sasuke, all you needed to do to control Meno is just put your hand out like this. It works every time, even on untrained dinosaurs. That's enough of that. This was an okay chapter. Not the same level of intrigue as the other chapters, but we're getting to the crux of everything. See, the one benefit I could see of unleashing dinosaurs on people is you wouldn't really know what the hell you're going up against. But it does feel the equivalent of people who would use like woolly mammoths in war and stuff, or just elephants in general. There would just be this combination of fear from people who never seen those creatures before, and not to mention the vicious natures of dinosaurs in general, if only just because of their teeth and claws. But I'm still wondering about that question. How did they resurrect these creatures if not through Edo Tensei? How is he doing it? I mean, pure science, it doesn't account for how these things are just popping up all over the place. Unless he's found some kind of specialized tool or something. I wonder. Well, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you think Zansul is doing all of this? And how will Sasuke overcome so many dragons, as it were? I want to hear from you. But also remember to subscribe so you don't miss out on the next video. And until then, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I hope to see you in the next one. Till then, bye-bye.